Okay, folks, sorry about that. That first matchup did not happen. You saw completely nothing. What I did was the wrong button. Let me get the ping. Okay. There we go. You should see me again. There we are. We should get the notification shortly that we're back up. I think we should be back up. It says we're on. There we go. Showing up now. Okay, we're back up. Okay, folks, that first round just didn't happen. I didn't know what I was doing. So, thanks to Arya for catching my error. Okay, so we're going to try this again. Redo of the first round. Okay, let's try this again. So instead of hitting play, we hit start, we hit watch round. Okay, we're going to hit watch round. Oh, wait. Back up. Oops, it should be 1 minute. Caught my mistake. Thank goodness. Okay, let's try this again. Watch round. 1 minute on the clock. Santana's round's going to start now. There we go. That's better. That's not going to be deep enough. Man, Santana's struggling here. That should be deep enough. There we go. That's gone. He's got one on the board. That's hammered deep. Kiss that baby goodbye. That's 2 for Santana. That's just going to be just short of the warning track. Wisp there. That's deep. That should get out of here. Nope, just short of the wall. All right. He's at 2. Don't worry, Santana, if you're a player. I didn't rob you. I was able to do a resim. We're all good. He's only got a couple seconds yet left. This is probably going to be his last swing. No, he runs out of time. Santana gets 2 home runs to start us off. So Stacking Paper needs to hit 3 if he wants to advance to the next round. Let's take a look at his runs, shall we? Can he get 3 home runs in a minute? Let's take a look. Not a good start as he gets a lazy. He's getting a lot of contact. He's not getting a lot of power. And that one looks deep. That should get out of here. And there's one. Number 1, that's gone. One more. Is that going to be the walk-off? No, just short. Is that deep enough? No, it's not. He takes one there. Is that going to do it? Yes, it will. Stacking Paper is going to move on. So there we go. I didn't screw you over. You did lose by 1. Stacking Paper moves on. So what I set to K. Okay. So Stacking Paper moves on. Let's go to the next round. Let's move quickly. So I'm just checking my bracket here. All right. Dirk Quackenboss versus Dominic Castilian. Let's see how he does. And already hammers a bomb. He's already got 1 on the board. Line drive just going to be short. He's hitting him light to right. That's a weak contact there. Is that going to be deep enough? Yes, that clears the wall. Another line drive, just dives short. That's deep. That is gone. So he's at 3. Quackenboss is putting on a show. He's at 4 home runs now. Let's see how many more he can get. 4 home runs in the minor. Oh, that should be deep. That's out of here for number 5. And he's up to 6 now. My goodness, Quackenboss is putting on a performance. That one's hit foul. Not going to That's a liner that goes down. That should be deep enough. Back, back, back. Kiss that baby goodbye. That one won't clear. Crowd's going nuts for this guy. He's going one last shot, and he's done. And he puts up an impressive 7 home runs. Let's see what happens. All right, Castilian's up next. He needs to hit 8 in a minute. That is going to be a pretty tough task. Let's see if he's up to it. And already he's whiffing. Not a good start. That's hammered, but foul. Takes a whiff here. He's not having a good start. Unless he starts hitting home runs here, I don't think he's going to get past this round. There's one that's deep enough and that'll clear. He's on the board. But once again, I don't know what he's seeing, but he's whiffing it a lot. That's not going to be deep enough. That's going to hit the wall. All right, that's going to be deep. And that should just clear the wall. That's not going to be deep enough. Crowd's getting pretty wild here. Drops down, but I think that's going to do it. Quackenboss is going to move on to the second round here. And there we go. Quackenboss versus Castilian. Quackenboss will play Stack and Paper in round number 2. Okay. Next up, we got the 7-seeded Rex Jordan versus the 2-seed Sever Torre. Here we go. Jordan's going to come up first. He's going to get away. Rex Jordan, and that's going to get out of here. Rex Jordan representing the Anchorage Wheelers. So far, he's at 1 home run. He's only getting a lot of hard contact. And there's one that's deep enough. That's going to clear. That's going to be 2 home runs for him. He's going to whiff there. He's at 3 now. Not getting a lot of hittable balls. That's one that's going to get out of here. That's going to put him at 4. That's going to put him at 5. He's getting himself a rhythm here. Until a light contact one gets down. That is not going to be deep enough. Whiffs there. So right now he's at 5. Currently the second highest total of any. He's good. I think he's only going to have one more chance to hit 1. It's going to run out of time. So Rex Jordan has 5. Torre needs to hit 6 in a minute in order to advance on. To become the penultimate person to advance to the second round. All right, here's Torre, the 2-seed, representing my former club, the Bruce City Bears. Not a good start for him as he hits a line out. He's not getting a lot of contact here. We could see our first upset of the round. We did see the 5-seed beat the 4-seed earlier. So, looks like... And there's a shot deep. That's out of here. Uh-oh, he's catching up quick. He's already at 2. Just short there. He whiffs there. 30 seconds to go. He's got to hit. That is just going to clear. So, back fouls that off. He needs to get 2 more. That's a line out. 2 more to force a tie break. 1 more. And that's going to be close, but it's just going to die before the warning track. He's got to hurry. Time's going to run out on him. That's deep and gone. He's only got 1 more. I think he's going to run out of time. Line 3, but he's going to run out of time. Rex Jordan, the 7-seed, pulls the upset. And moves on to the next round. Final matchup of the first round. We have Nathan Abell representing the Hepcats versus Man of Steel representing the Swiftseeds. Let's see how Abell does here. Already not a good start. He's getting a lot of light contact here. That's not going to be deep enough. No home runs in the first 10 seconds. That is not a good start. No home runs in the first 20 seconds. He hits one deep, but foul. Now he gets one. It took him 26 seconds to get a home run. Not a good start. And should be easily beatable at this rate. That's going to drop short. That should be deep enough, and that'll clear the wall. That he's at 2. This next shot's going to put him at 3. So he's up to 3 home runs now. That one just going to curve foul. That's also a deep shot going foul. 10 seconds left. Let's see if he can get any more. 5 seconds. This is probably going to be his last swing coming up here. He's going to run out of time. That was going to clear the ball, but it runs out. He is at 3 home runs. Should be easy to beat for Man of Steel. Let's take a look and see what he does. Already not a good start. Blood close, dying at the wall. Swifties representing this here All-Star game. That just dies short of the wall. That's deep. That's going to get out of here. So already he's at 1. He needs to get 3. And there's the second home run there. That's deep. That's going to go foul. That's going to be a liner that's going to get dropped short. Another liner that's going to drop short. He's got to get 1 more to force a tie break. 2 more for the win. 20 seconds left. He's not doing well. He might run out of time here. That's going to be short. I think he's down to his last swing. And I think he's going to run out of gas. That's deep, but not going to be deep enough. This is his last swing. Can he get one out? No. He's going to run out of time, and Nathan Abel is going to advance. So here we go with round number 2. We have Ben Stack and Paper, the number 1 seed, taking on Dirk Quackenbush, the 5th seed. We also got Rex Jordan, the 7th seed, versus Nathan Abel, the 6th seed. We will start off with the matchup between Quackenbush and Stack and Paper. So we're going to set up here. We will start with Quackenbush. Here we go. Round 2. 1 minute on the clock. Let's see what he's got. Shot dive short. Representing the defending champion Lemurs. He's struggling here early. He's getting some good contact, but contact doesn't mean anything. We only hear from the long ball. And there's one there. He's on the board. That's a good shot, but it's going to go foul. And that's another one that's going to get out of here. That's 2. Another shot that doesn't go far. That's a ball that's just going to hit the wall and be short. Right now he's at 2. All right. He's going to continue to get a low ball. 2 home runs is not going to do you a lot in this round. But there's one that's going to get out, make it 3 home runs for him. But he's taking a lot of balls. That is probably it for him, and he's going to end up with 3. Stack it. That's the amount to beat. Stack and Paper needs to get 4 here. Let's see what he does. Can Stack and Paper punch his ticket to the finals? Let's take a look. 1 minute on the clock, starting now. That's a ball that's going to get done. That's another shot that's going to be short. Again, fatigue could set in, but he whiffs there. That's going to be deep. That's going to get out of here. He needs 2 more to force it. That's deep. That's going to get out of here. Takes a few. And that's deep. That's going to tie it. Stack and Paper is going to end up tying it here. And that's deep enough, and that's going to end it. Ben Stack and Paper is going to move on to the finals. We got Rex Jordan versus Nathan Abel. Jordan is the lower seed, so we will see that next. All right, we will go to the next semifinal. Rex Jordan versus Nathan Abel. Rex Jordan, the 7th seed, is going to go first because he is the lower seed. And here we go. Who will meet Ben Stack and Paper? It's the 2nd in the finals. And that's going to be deep to center. That's going to get out of here. That's going to be deep but short. And that's going to be deep. That's going to be close, but it's going to get out of here. He's at 2 home runs. now, but he's not getting a lot of good contact. That should be deep, but just pulls it foul. He's at 2 home runs. The shot bat's going to get down. If he's going to miss there, bat's going to be deep, but it's going to be short. Dies at the wall. A lot of foul balls here. He's got to get hard contact, but that's going to be short. That's deep, but pulled foul again. Deep, but short. This is going to be his last swing here. That's crushed deep. That's going to get out of here. So he will be at 3 home runs. Abel is going to need 4 to advance to the finals. Any less, and Rex Jordan will go to the final. Here we go. Here's Nathan Abel. He needs 4 home runs in a minute. Not a good start early. He's to find that hard contact. That's deep, but it's going to go foul. Not the start. That's deep, and that's going to clear it. He needs 2 more to force a tie, but he hits this one foul. Once again, another foul shot. Foul balls ain't going to win you anything here. And so is light contact. He is struggling here. Not a good hit there. Also not a good hit. I think he's ran out of gas. He whiffs there. That's deep. That's going to get out of here. He needs 1 more to force a tie. It's going to be short. That's deep, but not going to be deep enough. He's got 10 seconds. He needs another home run, or else Rex Jordan's going to advance. That's deep. Is that going to clear the wall? No. Last chance here. Deep, not going to clear the wall. Can he get a buzzer beater? No, he will not. And the 7th-seeded Rex Jordan is going to advance to the finals. As you can see, we have Rex Jordan going first since he is the 7th seed. Here is your look at your bracket going to the final. Rex Jordan basically winning by 1 in every single matchup. But this time he has the unfortunate disadvantage of going first. He's gone first every matchup. He's won. Let's see what he does here. Here we go. The finals. Rex Jordan versus Ben Stacking Paper. The winner will be the S63 Minors Home Run Derby champion. I see predictions in the chat to see who will win. Put your money in. Try to earn yourself some points. The betting odds look like are favoring Stacking Paper, the number 1 seed. Okay, here we go. I think we've had this up for a little bit. Let's get into the round. Here we go, the finals. All right. And already off to a good start. He's got 1. Second shot, that's going to be short. He's already got 1. It's going to be deep. That's going to be short. He's out. He's at 1 home run. That's not going to be enough to beat Stacking Paper. He's got to get more at this point. And that's going to be deep, and that's going to get out of here. He's at 2. That's going to be short. So he's at 2 home runs here. He keeps swinging. All right. That's going to be deep but short. He's at 2 home runs now. Is that going to give you enough? No, it's going to be short. That's going to get out of here, though. He's got 3. He's going to whiff here. This is probably going to be his last swing. Is that going to get out? Yes, it will. That is going to be short, and the total to beat is 4. The prediction will now be closed in a little bit now. Can Ben Stacking Paper hit 4 to force a tiebreak or 5 to win it? The thing is closed. Here we go. Ben Stacking Paper. Coming up now. The number 1 seed has pretty much had... Alright, that means nobody's going to win anything, which is disappointing. But can Stacking Paper walk it off here? Here we go. Minute on the clock starts now. And already he's got a home run. There. He needs to hit 3 more to tie this up. That's deep, and that's not going to be... He's at 1. He's got 40 seconds left to hit 3, but he's not getting a lot of good hits here. But that's going to get out of here and cut the lead in half. So right now he needs 2 more to force a tie break. That's going to be deep, but die at the wall. But a whiff there. That's going to be foul. 20 seconds left. That's going to be short. He's going to whiff. 13 seconds left. I think Jordan's going to pull this out. That's hit deep, but it's not going to be deep enough. That's going to be deep, and that's going to get out of here. He's got to get one more swing. Will he beat the clock? No, he won't. It will drop. And Rex Jordan, the 7th seed, is going to win the Miners Home Run Derby. In an upset nobody saw coming, the 7th seed goes on to win it. Here is your bracket. I will now provide the screenshot. I will send the screenshot to our commissioner so we could get that out. Here we go. I just sent the screenshot to our commissioner. And here it is. All right. You got the screenshot? Even though I just DM'd you it. Okay. So we are done here. It's now time for the Majors Home Run Derby Challenge. Obviously, this one will require 2 minutes for each round. So it will take a little bit longer to do this. And all right. Hang on a second. Just got to take care of something. All right. For this matchup bracket, here we have all right, here we go. We'll go from each matchup. The 8th seed representing the Cancun Toros, Miles Meredith. The number 1 seed representing the San Antonio Sloths, Stetson Laramie. The 5th seed representing the defending World Series champion, the Indianapolis Apex, Leon Rosenthal. Then we have the 4th seed representing the Cancun Toros, Griffith Stone. And we have the 7th seed representing the Outer Banks Aviators, Julio Ruiz Jr. And next we have the 2 seed representing the New York Voyagers, Can You Take Me Higher? And the final matchup, 6th seed representing the Death Valley Scorpions, Zaikato Montalban. And 3rd seed representing the New Orleans Rougarou, Air Yordong. Quite a stacked group we got here. So let's get into the round here. 2 minutes. So, all right. I got to make sure my phone is charged again. I'm going to take a quick little water break. chat. I'm back. Just had to take myself a little hydration break for a second. Let's get underway. Let's get underway for the Majors Home Run Derby. Don't worry. It is 2 minutes for this one. I've been told that. It looks like this. I don't know which. Okay, here we go. See how Miles Meredith will do. He's getting a lot of foul balls, just not a. He's getting not a lot of contact here. 30 seconds in and he doesn't have a single home run. Not a good start. And looks like he finally got one. Took him 45 seconds to get one. That's deep but foul. That should be short. 1 minute left, and he's only got one home run. That's going to get out of here. He's up to 2 now. Let's see if he gets something going. But he whiffs there. That's going to get out of here. He's up to 3. And that's going to get out of here. He's up to 4. He's getting a rhythm. That's deep, but that's going to clear it. He's up to 5. That's going to get out of here and put him at 6. Right now, he's only got about 10 seconds left. Probably enough time for only one more swing. That's going to get out of here. Let's put him at 7. Last chance here. That should get out of here. Beats the clock. And that's going to put him at 8 home runs. Very good start there for Miles Meredith. That's going to be tough to beat for Stetson Laramie. Let's see what he can do here. And let's take a look at his. Ken Meredith upset the number 1 seed in the first round. Let's take a look. Not a good start there. Similar start to... Uh-oh. He's already got a home run. That's going to be deep but short. He's got 1. The total to beat is 8. That's going to be deep but short. He's struggling a bit here. Only 1 run. That is deep but foul. He is struggling here. It looks like the 1 seed might be eliminated in the first round. Just as I say that, he has one to cut the lead. He's now at 3 home runs now. He's getting a bit of a rhythm going here. And suddenly, 3 consecutive home runs cuts this lead in half. He's got 1 minute to go to try and tie this. He's now at 5 home runs. He is catching up quick. And that's going to be home run number 6 and 1 minute to go. He's got to hit 3 to walk it off. That's going to get short again. Deep but foul. That's going to get out of here. If that it's correct, yes it is. He's tied it. He's 1 away from tying it. Fouled off. That's deep. That's going to tie it at 8. He's going to get 1 more to walk it off here. Short. That's deep, and that'll end it. Stetson Laramie is going to go on to the next round, 9-8. What a win there by Stetson Laramie. That's a close one. And now we go to 5-4 matchup. Leon Rosenthal versus Griffin Stone. Rematch of last year's conference title thing is Rosenthal gets 1 goal. That's going to get out of here. He's up to 2. That's going to get out of here. He's up to 3. Rosenthal off to a hot start here. That should get out of here at will. He's up to 4. He's up to 5. Hit deep but foul. That's not going to get out of here. About halfway through his time, he's at 5 home runs. He's going to be up to 6 now with 1 minute to go. He's going to be at 7. The highest score last time was 9. Let's see if he can get higher than that. He's struggling a little bit. That's going to be short. That's going to get out of here, putting him at 8. That's also going to get out of here, putting him at 9. That's going to put him at 10. First double digit. My goodness, Rosenthal is putting on a show here. He's going to... That's going to be a hard one to beat. And now it's going to put it at 11. Would have been a 12, but he pulled that one foul. That's just going to be short. Probably down to a couple more swings. Make it 12. Last swing here, but he's going to run out of time. 12 home runs for Leon Rosenthal. That's going to be really hard to beat. Taking a look here. My goodness. Okay, here we go. I had to quickly grab my phone to check on the chat. 61 of you in here. A lot of people here today for some home runs. Here we go. Griffin Stone. The home run total to beat is 12. Let's see what he does here. And off to a quick start. A quick home run there by Stone. But he whiffs there. The winner of this will take on number 1 seed Stetson Laramie. And that's going to get out of here. That's our first left field shot. Opposite field shot for Stone. Multiple. He's at 3. He's got a long way to climb here. But odds are he needs us to get, if he can be at least at 6, by the time it's 1 minute, he's got a shot. But he is struggling here. Odds are not looking good here for Stone. But he gets one out here to cut the lead down to 8. But he whiffs there. He's going to be, puts him at 5. He needs to hit 7 in less than a minute. But the odds of that happening are not likely as he fouls that one off. That one's going to get out of here. Cut the lead in half. That's deep, but it's going to pull foul. Tough break there. Fouled off again. Can he hit 6 home runs in 30 seconds? Odds are not likely. He's going to get one out of here to get a 7th home run. But that's going to not be a lot of good. He's getting light contact. That's probably not going to be enough. That's hit deep. That's just going to pull it foul. And it looks like we have our first matchup set for the semifinals. As Stone quickly gets one out, he's going to try to make this one close, but its time's going to run out on him. Leon Rosenthal is going to advance 12-8 and meet Stetson Laramie in the semifinals. All right, we now go to our 2 versus 7 matchup here. Let's see who Ruiz Jr. take on Can You Take Me Higher? Representing another semifinal matchup that we saw last season between the Voyagers and the Aviators. Not a good start there. That's deep. Not going to be deep enough. That should get out. No, dies in the wall. That's deep, and that should get out of here at will. That's deep. It should get out of here. So far, he's only got 2 home runs. That's not going to be enough to take on a lot of the competition here. Sorry, sneezing on stream. Not good. He's at 2 in only 1 minute. This should be slim. Thank you, Barbara. 3 home runs now. This should be slim pickings for Can You Take Me Higher. That score can be easily beaten. But hang on. He's got a 4th one here. Just clears the wall. And here we go. That's deep, but pulls it foul. 40 seconds remain. Taking pitch. That's going to get out for number 5 for Julio Ruiz Jr. And make it 6. 2 consecutive home runs. He's making up for that slow start immediately. But he's picking up some foul balls. That's not going to help you here. And light contact. There's one that'll get out to put him at 7. That's going to put him at 8. A late surge run. That's going to put him at 9. That's hammered. And time should run out on him here. Deep runs at a time. 9 home runs for Julio Ruiz Jr. Rabid Sponge, this is your player. Can You Take Me Higher? Is that correct? Just want to make sure. Your player's only going to get 5. I don't think so, pal. I think you can win it. I bet your player can win this. Chat, how about we put up a bet? Is Rabid going to hit only 5 home runs or more? I would love to see a prediction about this. Okay. Nah, I don't need a prediction. Let's just jump right in. It's 9 home runs to beat. That's going to be tough. But let's see if Can You Take Me Higher does it. That ball is just going to be short. Another ball that gets short here. Fouled off. He's going to finally get one here. His first shot. And that's another one. That's quickly. He has 2 quickly. But he whiffs here. That's going to make it 3 if it clears the wall. Yes, it will. And make it 4 for Can You Take Me Higher. So already, not even halfway through, he's already cut the lead in half. But he's getting a couple fouls. He's just got to take his time. And make it 5 for him. He's already cut the lead in half. But once again, he's running into some trouble. Halfway through the time now, and make it 6. He's in a good spot here. And make it 7. That one was hammered. 2 away from tying this. He's got a lot of time to work with. But he's getting a bunch of light contact. Time might run out on him. That's going to make it 8. 1 more to tie it. And this one will tie it. 1 more home run will be able to walk it off here. And that's deep. That should do it. And yes, it will. Can You Take Me Higher is going to move on to the semifinals. There you go. Got a hot start at that midpoint and never let the gas off. Alrighty, it's time for our 6 versus 3 matchup. Montalban versus Ariordong. Alright, Montalban's not one of the multiple-time MVP coming up here. Let's see what he does here this year's Derby. And already he's whiffing. And he's already got a bomb in the first 10 seconds. Good start for him. But he's already whiffing a lot. Yeah, Rabid, you got to. He's at 3 home runs now. That one's going to be short of the warning track. He's entering a bit of a struggle phase here. 3 home runs, but he's not getting a lot of hard contact here. He's struggling a bit here. But just as I say that, he gets a home run here to put it 4. He's at 5 now. That one's just be short. Make it 6 at half. 7 home runs now from Montalban. 8 home runs. That's his 3rd consecutive one. That's 4 consecutive home runs. Puts him at 9. That's an impressive run he got there. That's going to be really hard to beat. And now it's 10 home runs there. Puts it 11 for Montalban. That one's just going to be short. They fouled off again. 25 seconds left. Short again. Fouled off. Can he tie the first round record set by Leon Rosenball's 12? He's going to whiff. He's only got about 2 swings left. That's going to be short. This is probably going to be his last one. Nope, he gets one more. That's going to be short. That's going to be deep, but the clock is going to run out on him. 11 home runs to start the second highest total in the first round. It's now time for Ehire Yordong to come to the plate here. He has to hit 12. That is really hard. Let's see what he can do. Not a good start for him already. Again, 10 seconds, not having a single home run. Let's see. He finally gets one out. Took him about 25 seconds to get one out. But he's got a lot of work to do if he wants to move on. That's going to be deep but short. Also going to be short. He is struggling here today. Not even close to a minute. He's only got 1. He's got to start hitting home runs here. And there he is, 1 that cuts. He's at 2. That one's just going to be short. Also going to be short. Again, he's only at 2 with 1 minute. He's going to have to hit multiple in a row if he wants to win this. But the odds are not looking likely. There's one that's going to get out of here. But once again, weak contact. There's one that should get out of here. Yes, it will. He's at 4. He's at 5. He's picking up some momentum here. That's going to be short. And that's going to be number 6, cutting the lead in half. Short again. Fouled off. Next pitch. That's going to get out of here. 10 seconds left. I think this should do it. Looks like Montalban will move on to the semifinals. One last swing. Not going to matter much. Montalban will move on to the semis. So here's your quick look at your bracket coming into the next round here. As we've really only had 2 upsets here. A 4-5 upset and a 7-2 and a 6-3. So as a result, we will see Leon Rosenthal play first against Stetson Laramie. To see who will be the first person in the final. Let's take a look. And already Rosenthal gets a bomb first shot. My goodness, he hasn't lost a step. But he's getting a lot of weak contact. There's one that'll get out of here. He's at 2 home runs in 15 seconds. That one should clear the wall, and it will. He's at 3. But again, a weak contact here. 30 seconds in, he's at 3. He's at 3 home runs. And that's going to get out of here. He's at 4 now. That's going to be short. That's going to make it 5. That one goes foul. That's going to make it 6. That's going to that's going to be short. 1 minute left, and he's at 5 home runs. Now make it 6 for him. That's going to go foul. That one's going to go foul again. That's deep. That's just going to clear the wall. That's going to be 7. That's going to be short again. 40 seconds left. That's going to be short again. 35 seconds left. He's at 7. That's deep but foul. Short again. Less 25 seconds to go. That's going to be short. Is he running out of gas here after that crazy first round? That's going to be deep. That's going to get out of here. That puts him at 8. That's going to be short. Probably his last swing here. Short. Is that going to clear the wall? No, it's not. All right, Leon Rosenthal had 8 home runs. Stetson Laramie will now go up to bat. He needs 9 to advance to the final. Let's see what he can do. Here we go. Stetson Laramie, the #1 seed. Already off to a rough start. 15 seconds in. He finally gets a home run. He's at 1. He needs 9 to advance. But he whiffs. He's struggling a bit here. Only 1 home run in the first 30 seconds. As he gets one there, he needs 6 more to tie. And there's another one that gets out that puts him at 3. That's deep. That's going to clear the wall. That one's just pulls foul. That one's just go. That is not going to be deep enough. That will also not be deep enough. Halfway through, he's at 4. He needs 4 to tie it. That's deep but foul. Will we see another upset here? We saw a 7 seed win the tournament. 45 seconds left. He finally gets one out of here to cut the lead down to 3. 40 seconds to go. Fouls that one off. 35 seconds. That's late contact. 30 seconds left. He needs 2. Deep but stay short. 25 seconds left. Will he try to do it? 20 seconds left. 15 seconds left. He's going to get one deep. That's going to put him within 1. 10 seconds left. This is going to come down to the wire. That one goes foul. This is his last swing. It's going to be short. And Leon Rosenthal is going to upset the #1 seeded Stetson Laramie and move on to the finals. So we will see Montalban go first, as he is the lower seed, the 6th seed. Can you take me higher, who is the 2 seed? All right. We've already had one upset. Who will face Leon Rosenthal in the finals? And a good start there from Montalban, who ultimately gets one out already. First pitch, and it's out. Second shot, that's deep, but it's not going to be deep enough. That one's going to get out of here. He's already at 2. That's going to be short. He's at 2 home. That's going to get out of here, make it 3 home runs. That's also going to get out of here. 4 home runs. About a minute in, he's at 4 home runs. Halfway through his time. He's going to need a bit more if he wants to move on to the finals. As he's getting a lot of light contact. And he whiffs. He whiffs again. That's going to be light contact again. That's finally going to get out of here, putting him at 5 with about 40 seconds to go. "35 seconds left. Once again, light contact. Light contact again. 25 seconds left. That's probably not a safe lead. 20 seconds left. I think Montalban's running out of gas. 15 seconds left. That's going to be deep but short. He whiffs. He probably only has 1 or 2 swings left. This is going to be his last swing right here. That is going to clear the wall and put him at 6. And he only gets 6 home runs. That is not a safe number. This is something that Can You Take Me Higher can probably easily beat. Let's see his attempt. Can he hit 7 home runs? If he does, he will go on to the finals and will face Leon Rosenthal. But based on the seeding, Rosenthal will go first. If Montalban advances, he'll go first. If Can You Take Me Higher advances, Rosenthal is going to go first. Here we go. That's hit well, but foul. And that's deep, and that's going to get out of here. He's already at 1. The exhaustion's going to slowly start kicking in here. He's at 1 home run in 30 seconds. Not a good start. That one's going to get out of here. That's going to... He's a third of the way there. That one's just going to clear the wall. He's at 3. He's cutting the lead in half. That one's just going to be short. That one's hit well, but short. 1 minute left in his run. That's going to get out of here. He only needs 3 more for the win. He takes one. Fouls it off. That one should get out of here. He's 1 away from tying it. And that's going to be deep enough to tie it. 1 more sentence. Can he take me higher to the next round? But he fouls it off. 45 seconds. Is that going to be the walk-off? No. That will do it. Can You Take Me Higher is going to move on to the finals. And based on the seeding, it is correct. Leon Rosenthal will go first since Can You Take Me Higher is the 2 seed. And here we are. Before we start, let's throw the prediction up for the finals. Rosenthal, Me Higher. Here is your final. A rematch of last season's World Series. The 5 seed versus the 2 seed. I'm going to let this sit up and see who for any predictions. Nobody throwing money in the pool. That's strange. Are people just scared of gambling? Come on, chat. You got 69 of you in here. I know you want to throw a chance to get some channel points and convert into some PBE dollars. Come on, throw a little money in. And we do have some money in for a Can You Take Me Higher? You know what? I'm going to throw some in the pool. Oh, we had a 2K bet for Leah. Oh, we got a lot of money in the pool now. Over 3K channel points on the line right here. Here we go. I think we're ready to start. That's a good amount of... You'll keep throwing money until the end of this round. Here we go. And Leon Rosenthal off to a quick start with an early home run. And he's already at 2. And he's at 3. Oh my goodness. This man just cannot be denied. He's up to 4 now. In quick succession. 5. Oh my goodness. Fouls that off. He has 5 in the first 30 seconds. That is crazy. This man had a hot launch. But it looks like he's cooled off a bit. Now make that 6 for him. That lands foul. That one comes. He's cooling off a little bit. Fouled off. About a minute halfway through his time. He is going to be at 7. That's going to put him at 8. He's at 8 right now. Any more we'll put. Let's take a look here. More fouls. 35 seconds left. Let's see if he can get more. 30 seconds to go. That's deep. That's going to clear the wall, putting him at 9. This is going to put him at 10. If that stays fair, that's 11. It is 11. That's going to put him at 12. Oh my goodness. Leon's been a monster. Let's see. Any more chance? He'll be done. 12 home runs by Leon Rosenthal. That is going to be very hard to beat. 18,000 are in for a Leon Rosenthal. If Can You Take Me Higher can get to 13 or force a runoff at 12, we'll see what happens. And now he's got to hit 13. It's a hard task. Rosenthal has been a monster, Mr. And here we go. Not off to a good start. He is struggling here. Not a single home run 15 seconds in. Not a good sign. There's one that's going to get out. He's on the board. Make it 2 consecutive home runs. 3 consecutive home runs. 4 consecutive. No, that's going to be short. Psych. He's at 3. He whiffs. That's going to be short. Takes 1. That one's also going to be short. That one's also going to be short. That one's also going to be short. About halfway through, and Can You Take Me Higher is only at 3. He's going to be at 4 with a minute to go. He's going to have to go on an insane run if he even has a chance of catching him. But the odds are not likely. That one's going to get out of here. Fouls that one off. That one's going to be short. Crowd's getting crazy here. 40 seconds left. He's cut the lead in half. That one's going to be short. That one's fouled off. 30 seconds to go. He's got to get 6. That one's going to be short. That's going to run out. That's going to get out of here, putting him at 7. He needs to get 5 home runs in quick succession. He needs 4 now. That one's going to be short. It's going to be close. 10 seconds left. He needs only 3. I think time's going to run out on him. Hits one deep. It's gonna count, but the clock is going to run out, and Leon Rosenthal is going to win the S63 Majors Home Run Derby. 12-10, your final. And here is the look at your bracket. I will send this to our commissioner KP. Man, what What? Wow, that's really good. And just like that, we are done for the stream. I assume I still KP. Oh no, KP, you're rigging the damn. Oh, did you pick Rosenthal to go all the way? Did you accidentally win the Majors Bracket Challenge? Oh no. Commish rigging the thing. Everyone in chat, please boo Commissioner KP. He's rigging again. Everyone in the chat, boo him. This guy. All right. I am going to save the game and I'm going to upload the file. Okay, save it. And let's begin our file upload. All right. Hold on. KP, should I advance it to the next day to set up or for the World Series? Yes or no? Just want to make sure before I begin the upload. You wouldn't? So I should just upload the file as is? Just want to make sure you're good by this. Worst case they can. Alright, I'll just upload the file the way it is. Okay. Bob Ross, could you ping Dame for a second? I need him on here to make sure I'm doing this right. Just want to make sure everything goes right here. Because I don't want to actually do another reset. But our home run derby results are finalized. Congratulations to our two winners here. Congratulations to Rex Jordan of Anchorage and Leon Rosenthal of Indianapolis for winning the minors and majors home run derbies respectively. Okay. Let's see here. Let me ask. A lot of people messaging me this time of night, which is weird. Let me ask him. Hang on a second, chat, before I begin. KP's in here. I'm just going to wait to see if I should advance the day or not. If you guys say no, I will begin the file upload now. If not, I will advance the day, then do the file upload. Because I already saved it past the derbies. All right, we got somebody coming. Okay, Haycup's going to respond. Let's see what he's... I think I did not know. Okay. I'll just upload the file. I'll just upload it as the day of. Because you said don't do it, I'll do it as is. All right, we're going to begin the file upload right now. Okay. Which means we're doing this. So How about a little Ask the Booth before we wrap up today's stream? As we begin our million-year file upload. Let's see, what questions do you have for me today? All right. Enjoy the rest of your night, Bob Ross. Take care. Yeah, get some sleep, man. I know you told me earlier that you said you were having some sleep issues, so get plenty of rest, my guy. Get plenty. Does anybody have any questions for me today? We will have, if nobody else has any questions. All right. I don't think anybody's going to have questions because this is a PvE at night stream. All right. Thanks, KP. If you want to know what figured out I solved the problem was the internet adapter issue. Looks like it only had a small bit of drop frames, but that's kind of expected. A little bit of a blip, but nothing much. Worry, I'm just still here, just letting this thing take a while to upload. File upload is done. I will now do the index upload. And once that is done, make sure. Just waiting for this index to be uploaded. Just waiting for this to be done, and then we can wrap this up for the night. All right. Let's take a look. All right, the index is uploaded. So I'm going to say thank you guys so much for watching. We will be back on tomorrow. Not me, but let's see who's scheduled for at 8 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow with AJ and Lone Star for the All-Star games and the beginning of the second half of the PBE season. My next stream will be on day 4. Will be on August 15th, where I will cover the end of week 3. So thank you guys for tuning in, and until we meet again, on behalf of everyone here on the Pro Baseball Experience, this is Valor X77 saying good night, and I'm signing off. Take care of yourself.